In a group where many developers work on the same repository, it is important to build some common coding standards that enforce consistency in the group. It can increase the readability of the code and can also detect potential issues at a very early stage. In this video, we will share some tools and Git hooks that we use daily for code and commit checking. First, let's introduce what these tools are used for. Ruff is a modern, fast, and versatile Python linter and code formatter. It replaces most other linters and formatters like Black, Pyright, Pylance, etc. It is a very powerful tool and we have a dedicated video for it. However, Ruff cannot perform static type checking, which can be done by Pyright, a modern, fast, and full-featured static type checker for Python. And finally, we use typos to check spelling errors in the code and use gitlint to check commit messages. These 4 tools cover most aspects for Python developers and together help us write better Python code. In addition, we will also introduce how to use UV to manage Python projects, virtual environments, and dependencies. To start from scratch, we can run UV init with the project name. A project folder will be created for us with some boilerplate files, among which pyproject.tom is the most important and contains the metadata of the project like dependencies. We can install Ruff as a dependency in the project with the UV add command. With the dev option, the package will be added as a development dependency and won't be installed if the project is Dockerized for production. When this command is run, a virtual environment will be created for us in the project folder, and pyproject.tom is updated as shown here. To make Ruff work properly, we need to add some configurations. We will add the following configurations in pyproject.tom for Ruff. Most configurations are pretty self-explanatory, and you may want to tweak them for your own projects. Now we can run UV run Ruff to lint and format Python code in the project. The functions and usage of Pyright are very similar to those of MyPy, and thus Pyright can be used as a drop-in replacement for MyPy. The main advantages of Pyright are its speed for large projects and better IDE integration, especially with VS Code. We can install Pyright in the same way as for Ruff using the UV add command. Pyright can be used directly without special configurations. However, in practice, you normally would want to include or exclude some paths as shown in this example. It's very useful to have some accurate spelling checkers when coding, especially for the comments and doc strings, which can be difficult to detect and time-consuming to fix otherwise. Compared to its competitors, typos is very fast, easy to use, and has low false positives. We can add typos as a development dependency. Like Pyright, typos can be used out of the box without any configuration. A common configuration is to add some whitelist words, which will otherwise be seen as false positives. We can add in-house nouns or acronyms as extended words. Unlike the above tools, gitlint is not used to check source code but to check commit messages to make sure they are written according to common standards. This is very important in a group because commit messages are very important documentation which is very helpful for code review and later maintenance. There are not many commit message linters for Python. Gitlint is a decent one and works properly with flexible configurations. Let's also add gitlint as a development dependency in the project. Gitlint can also be used directly without any configuration, which by default checks the last commit in the repo. Unfortunately, gitlint cannot be configured in pyproject.tom and needs to have its own configuration file, .gitlint, which should be put in the root folder of the project. It's common to apply conventional commit specification with custom settings for title and body lengths, as shown in this example. Finally, let's put all the tools together in pre-commit config file and let them run automatically whenever we create or update commits in our repository. To do that, we first need to add pre-commit as a dependency, and then create a new pre-commit config.yam file with the following content. If you want to check more details of this file, you may want to check the attached Medium post as you can copy the settings from there directly. This is it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to my channel for more content.